Hello! It is November, which is panic time for me because my exams start, but it's time for a wrap-up. So if you haven't seen my vlog where I talk about 90% of these books, you probably don't know that I'm wearing the exact same thing, and I'm filming this right after I finish the vlog, but I'm pre-filming everything so I don't need to stress during exams, so yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into the stats. So in total, I read 2,235 pages. I only read 2 genres. I'm putting one of the books into whatever, you'll get it. I read 5 fantasy books and 1 contemporary book, even though one of the fantasy books could be a mystery thriller, but I decided to put it into fantasy. And then in terms of star rating, I read 1 2-star, 1 3-star, 1 4-star, 1 4.5-star, and 2 5-stars. Let's get into the books. So the first book I read this month was We Were Liars by Cole Nagamatsu. It was an ARC kindly provided to me by NetGalley. I gave it a 3-star. It was very like The Raven Boys. Okay, this book follows several main characters. Link, a guy, died in the middle of a forest by drowning, and the police don't know how, but his best friend slash girlfriend slash I don't really know actually knows that there is a lake, but it's a magical one that only appears for her and Link. Kind of like the Raven Boys. Basically it's about a magical forest and them trying to discover how Link died and what the heck the lake is and why it appears only for them. Okay, this book was just weird. I don't know what I read, honestly. Clearly you can tell because I couldn't even explain it. The only character I did like was Gaten, and he wasn't really that important for the story. He was just Link's best friend. That's it. There was some asexual representation, which was really cool. There was a female-female romance in it, but it wasn't really developed, but that's still cool. But there was the weirdest thing. Spoiler alert, Jonas and Nomi date, and I feel like that's weird because their parents are dating. They're not related, but still weird, I feel. Whatever. I hated the ending, as usual. That's one of the things about me. I just hate endings in general. There wasn't really a point to the story, except for the fact that they were trying to find out how Link died. You kind of find that out in the middle of the book, and then the rest is just weird. Yeah, basically. I've ranted too long about this now. Then I read The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. This is about a boy called Nobody Owens, or Bod Owens, and his family is murdered when he's a little baby, and the graveyard next to his house saves him and takes care of him so that the murderer doesn't kill him too, and he grows up in the graveyard and his parents are basically ghosts. And it's really cool writing-wise. There isn't really a point to the book, I guess. There is, but I gave it a 4-star, mostly because of my sentimental value, because this is a reread. I read this when I was in middle school, and I loved it when I read it in school. If I read it first time, I would probably give it a 3. But it's still really cool and magical. But yes, I really enjoyed this still. Next I read another ARC, which is Quincredible, Volume 1. It is about a boy whose superpower is that he isn't hurt ever. Nothing hurts him. It's not invincible. He's invulnerable. Basically, it's about a town after the Carolina hurricane thing. They get hit by a meteor shower and people get powers. Quinn, our main character, is invulnerable, and then there are a few others. I gave it a 2-star. I really liked the art, but it really reminded me of Marvel, and I didn't really enjoy that. There are a lot of complaints about this book. The villain was the weirdest thing. He appears at the last 20 pages, and I don't understand why he's a villain and why he does all the things he's doing. I wanted it to be explained. Also, there were way too many characters. that, to be honest, were unnecessary. All the other superheroes weren't developed, just one of them, and it wasn't that much. And the whole story in itself was very rushed. I felt it could have been a longer comic, or less, like half of it, but more developed. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. Next, I read The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. This is about a boy who becomes a drag queen, basically, and I really liked this. This is written in prose and has little drawings in it, sort of like The Poet X, and it is about our main character, Michael. We follow our main character since he's little until he's in university, and he learns life lessons, and I don't really know how to explain it, but I really liked it. I gave it a 4.5. I read it in a day, and it was great. I liked it a lot. And if you like RuPaul's Drag Race, I recommend this. I feel like Ms. B, or whatever the drag queen in this book is called, gave me RuPaul vibes. Like mama drag queen, you know what I mean. And the final two books that I read were two books in the Throne of Glass series, Queen of Shadows and Empire of Storms. They're huge. I don't know how I did this in a month. Reading this series has been a struggle, so I'm really glad that I did do this month, because oh my god, it has been way too long and I need to finish this ASAP. But I gave both of these 5 stars. I'm loving the series, even though it's being a struggle. I don't really want to spoil anything, so I can't really tell you anything about them, except you probably know what the whole story is about, and I've said it in previous videos. I'm not going to repeat it. So yeah, I really enjoyed them, especially the last one. This one was so good. I really love, without spoiling, I really love the new romance. The ending just destroyed me. Not like crying, but mind-blowing. But yes, those are all the books I legitimately read. Let's pick them up. But these are all the books I read, plus the other 2 that are ARCs, and I can't hold them physically, that I read this month. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!